All right, people. French horn lesson 3. You'll just need your mouthpiece like this. And today we're going to try to play some notes that are a little bit higher up in the trumpet range so that when we get together as a band, we'll be able to play together with the rest of the band. So let's start off. Remember, we talked about this whole note in lesson 1 and 2, the review of 2. This whole note lasting for 4 beats, and each one of these arrows represents the down beats of that measure. So 4 beats of sound, then followed by a whole note rest for 4 beats of silence, right there. And then for these higher notes, we're going to firm these lips with their muscles, firm the lips up against the teeth to firm them up. And also, we're going to arc the back of the tongue and move a faster airstream over the tongue to make this lip buzz faster, the lips buzz faster. So for the lower note, slightly more relaxed, but then for this one right here, the higher note, the C right there, we're going to play faster airstream, faster buzz with by flexing the lips up against the teeth. So it sounds like this. Then you'd rest for 4 beats, and you'll begin each note with a tongue. Things that you don't want to do is to smile to hit high notes, and you don't want to pinch your lips together, nasty sound. And you want to make sure that you have your pinky distance between your teeth and lips, like so. So your lips won't be mashed together in the lips. In the mouthpiece, it'll be spread apart about that far. Of course, 1/3 of the lower lip, 2/3 of the upper lip in the mouthpiece, like so. So let's try number 1, beginning each note with a tongue. Ready? And a 1, 2, re. Rest. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Now, particularly on the lower note, the F right here in the bottom space, I'm really opening up the inside of my mouth to get more of an open resonant sound. It gets a more pleasing tone on the French horn. Number 2, we have a whole note for 4 beats of sound. Then these half notes, see the little stem right there? Each one of these half notes receive 2 beats, 2 beats. Then we have that higher C right there, where we flex the lips up against the teeth. Tongue each note makes those notes pop out easier if you use your tongue like. It helps to restart the vibration on a different frequency. Number 2, 1, 2, re. Now, number 3 starts off with a half note for 2 beats of sound, half note rest for 2 beats of silence. 1, 2, re. 4, 3, 4. All right. Then we've got down here number 4. Let me just scroll up a little bit here. We got a half note for 2 beats of sound, half note rest. Then it kind of does a few different rhythms here. So let's do these half notes and half note rest. Number 4. 1, 2, re. 1, 2. Now, something that I did slightly just a while ago is I went, I kind of did a little fall off. And jazz, you want to do that sometimes. But right here, when you're playing this note right here, you want to keep the embouchure, the muscles firm to the release of the note, till you stop blowing, in other words. So, because otherwise you'll be good. You don't want that. You want a solid, firm embouchure flexed up against the teeth all the way till the note ends, like this. Right? You don't want to, unless you're wanting to do that because of some low bow, a little jazz lick. But normally you want to keep it flexed all the way against the teeth, all the way till the point that when you stop blowing. Number 5, 5 quarter notes right here, and then followed by quarter note rest. one beat apiece. Each one beat of sound, one beat of silence for each one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then number 6. And you'll notice at the end of that last one, I did this thing called vibrato. It's like what I call trailing vibrato, where at the end, I just barely move my bottom lip and kind of my jaw just a little bit to just go, whoa, 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 whoa. I'll hit the note straight with a straight tone. Then at the end of the note, I'll just trail off with a little bit of vibrato. Listen to this. Kind of just a little tasteful. And I'm just barely moving the bottom lip, bottom jaw, just a tiny little bit. Oh, 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 like that. All right. And then this next exercise in number 6, I said to try to play these measures in one breath, like a phrase, like a musical sentence. So you'll play at the beginning and keep the air flowing using the tongue to start each note, and you won't take a breath again until after measure 4. Then you'll try to play this next 4 measures or next 4 bars. A bar is the same thing as a measure in one breath. So let's try this one right here. Number 6. 1, 2. Right? So that makes it a little more musical. And another thing you could do is you could start off soft, crescendo to the downbeat, and then decrescendo right here, the downbeat of that measure. So just to make it more like a phrase. Same thing here. You could start this off softly, crescendo to this measure, the downbeat of this third measure of this phrase, and then decrescendo to the end to make it musical. Things to experiment with. Number 7, you've got a quarter note rest here on beat 3. Same thing here, but in these measures right here, like right here, that's on the quarter note rest is on beat 4. In this measure, it's on beat 2 and 4. So it's a little bit kind of a mixing up of the note values right here in the rest. Number 7, 1, 2, 3. Right. Then number 8, right? Notice where we have the rests at. 1, 2, 3. Rest, 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 rest. That one's easy to get tripped up on because you're expecting a note right here on this next downbeat, but no, you rest again. So that's what lesson number 3 for French horn is all about. And it might take you some practice on these, but that's okay. Just work on it. A lot of these these lessons are meant to really kind of occupy you for several days to get them just right. So you have to practice. Maybe you can whip through it in a day, but you do want to practice till you can perfect each one.